Welcome back.
We have. It's like, who's going to talk? It's always a fight for us to talk.
Oh, I don't fight anymore. You just take it.
Charles Ragsdale is here. He's with Eureka Springs Blues Festival. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for
Told you
having
look
me.
like a blues guy.
He does look like a blues guy.
Now, do you play an instrument?
I do.
Play guitar?
What do you play?
Guitar, trumpet, piano, percussion.
Wow.
I was a music major at Arkansas State.
Oh,
so,
Great.
yeah.
So you could do the blues all by yourself.
I like doing it with other people a lot more.
Do you like the blues?
It's really, the root of all popular music
Yeah.
in America. So yeah, I have a fond affinity for it. But I grew up on classic rock and all the Stax music from Memphis, the soul, which is part of the blues also. So really, almost all the music I've listened to has its roots in blues. So I got to say, yeah, I really like the blues, but I love all forms of music, really.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, you're having a big event
coming
up. Let's talk about it.
Huge event. We got 13 venues. We're going to have over 36 bands, over 60 performances.
13 venues.
Correct.
So
Wow.
people are they going on at the same time?
Simultaneously?
Well, we start out at noon on Thursday in Basin Spring Park. We run music through 6 o'clock there. Then we start up the ballroom at the top of the Basin Park Hotel, which is a sponsor. They present the event for us there. We do also have 10 clubs that have joined with us: Chasers, Chelsea's, the Lumberyard, the New Deli, the Pied Piper and the Cat House Lounge, Rockin' Pig, Rowdy Beaver, the Beaver Den, and the Squid and Whale.
Wow.
So they've all got great blues acts, some phenomenal talent coming in from the area and from outside the area. Several regional bands are coming in. So yeah, we've got a town full of blues. And it goes from Thursday through Sunday.
Wow.
We'll even have a blues brunch at the New Deli Cafe.
What do you have at the blues brunch?
It's at the New Deli.
Is this blues food? Or?
They will have a full layout of brunch foods, plus Brick Fields Band will be doing their gospel brunch that they do every Sunday there.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So
neat.
it's really fun. It's a chance for all of our volunteers to kind of unwind a little bit because we don't actually present any music on Sunday. We just let the clubs do all of the Sunday wrap up, and we go down to all the clubs and party with them.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So are you playing somewhere? You're
No, I
Okay.
am
You're
way too
too
busy
involved?
making sure all the
Coordinating all
bands
the-
get
yeah.
on and off, and all the travel arrangements are taken care
Right.
of, and all the tickets and
And that's a
merchandise.
fun part
and
in itself.
It is a blast. We're all volunteers. It's a 100% volunteer organization that puts it on. We've got volunteers coming in from, believe it or not, 9 states.
wow.
Really?
We have visitors coming from 14 states that have bought tickets to come in to listen to great blues music all
Cool.
through Eureka
That's nice.
and enjoy Eureka Springs, which of course is a true miracle destination to make.
Right.
Well, let's talk about that a minute. I had a question earlier. There's events like that going on throughout the year at Eureka Springs, and they're all theme oriented.
We have
like
a
yours
lot
is a
of-
theme
yeah,
oriented
we
thing.
have a lot of great festivals, weekend-long events, parades. It's just a great place to visit, and I'm blessed to live there. So
Right.
it's really been.
And it's not all about the shopping. I mean, there's events like what you're talking
Well,
about.
there's
that
not only
happen.
shopping. We've got outdoor, the Lake Leatherwood complex. They're even talking about putting a zip line into Lake Leatherwood.
Oh, really?
So
Oh, that
we're really trying to, take our town to the next level of tourism and inviting everybody in. We have a very diverse crowd that comes in for all of our events. For a while, it seemed to be a little bit motorcycle heavy, so to speak.
Yeah.
But it really has gotten to where there's other events out there that we really have a pretty full town, but we're always welcoming more, and people of all stripes are coming. For a while, it had gotten the moniker of blues and booze, and we've changed that. Although they do serve alcohol in the auditorium, and for the first year, you can actually take your drink into the auditorium to enjoy it during the
That's nice, yeah.
shows. But we don't have the beer on the streets, and so for the people that might remember back in maybe 5-10 years ago and said it almost got out of hand, it did. We've changed it. We program our music a little bit differently to really attract maybe a little more mature crowd, but it's still a great fun crowd too.
Yeah.
One of the
And some
beauties,
great headliners too.
it seems like of Eureka is, I mean, you can even park your vehicle, and there's public transportation.
Sure.
You're within walking distance of just a lot.
And you know,
So
a
that's-
lot of hotels downtown and
Right.
on the 62 highway strip that are all accessible through the trolley system.
Right.
We've got more parking there now with the huge parking lot up at the top of the hill at 62 and Main Street. And there's plenty of park and ride opportunities. And we do our best to take only the amount of the parking lot that we need for merchandise tents so people can get their t-shirts and caps and all the memorabilia, and then enough to park our artists. So we try to, even where they used to take up all of the parking lots of the downtown area, we've tried to minimize our footprint to where people can park
Right.
even closer.
An important factor.
Sure is.
What weekend?
June 2 through 5. We start on Thursday and we go through Sunday the 5th. And it's, as I say, a weekend so full of blues, we have to take 4 days to get it all played.
Would you recommend that people reserve a room now?
They
Because it
need
probably-
to. The last time I checked, over half the hotels were sold out. They do pretty much go to 90% plus occupancy during the
Yeah.
weekend. There are still rooms available, even at our host hotel the last time I checked there at the Basin Park. So the people that really want the ultimate, check on at the 1905 Basin Park Hotel. But you know, there's a lot of great hotels. They're very reasonably priced. It's not where you have to go in and spend a couple of $100 a night for rooms like some of the bigger towns that hold blues festivals of this caliber. So it's really one of the best values overall, especially now that we've cut our price for the 4th year in a row.
That's good. That's good.
Awesome.
Let's talk about some of the acts. One person that caught my eye, and we talked about earlier, was Elvin Bishop.
One of my favorites of all
Yeah, you know,
time.
I
name.
followed him back when I was, late teenager, whatever. But he had his own group, and then all of a sudden he just kind of, in my mind, he disappeared. But that's
He's
not the
traveling
case.
all over the world, playing festivals all across the world, several here in America. A couple of years back was really the last time he was in the area, the Greater Ozarks Blues Festival, which is in Springfield, Missouri. So it's been a while since Elvin's been here, and we're real proud. And we're going to do kind of a special show, too. Everyone has probably by now seen the Elvin Bishop Band show. Great music, but we're going to present it a little differently this time. We're bringing in Elvin and his guitar player, keyboard player, Mike Welch, and they're going to do more of a singer-songwriter show instead of, just getting up and playing. We're going to let Elvin tell some of the stories
cool.
That's neat.
about, being one of the first white boys to go to the south side of Chicago to play the blues, and ending up with the Paul Butterfield Band and
Yeah.
playing with Muddy Waters and all of the greats. So we're going to coax a few of those stories out of them. We did it last year with John Hammond, and we got to hear about where Jimi Hendrix lost his guitar, got fired from the band he was playing with, so John Hammond put together a band and got Jimi Hendrix his first real
Wow.
band, the Hendrix
wow.
gig at the Agogo there in Greenwich Village. So we got to hear stories like that from John that most people have never got to hear,
Right.
seeing John perform with his band. So we've developed this series, so to speak. Every year we're going to try presenting an artist that everyone has loved for years, knows the song "Fooled Around and Fell in
Yeah,
Love"
yeah,
by
yeah,
heart,
yeah.
and instead they're trying to make it to where we get to know the artist a little bit better too.
I'm sorry.
When is he going to be? What's
He will
the
be
time of-
Saturday night. Friday night, the headliner is Coco Montoya. Coco has headlined the Eureka Springs Blues Festival before, has been quite a while, but has, once again, traveled all over the world playing. His bona fides, he was the lead guitarist for Albert Collins for years, one of the greats of all time of the blues. So really pleased, two true international stars as our headliners.
I think
this
we've
year.
got a clip that we want to air, don't we? Is that what we're going to do now?
A little bit of music here.
Yeah, there we go.
That sounds like Coco, too. Some great music. Coco is, of course, a great guitarist. He's not the burn-it-up guitarist like, the Stevie Ray
Yeah,
Vaughan
yeah,
wannabes, as we call them. But he is one of the ones that they look up to because he is such a consummate musician. Great songwriter. The words mean a whole lot in the blues. So some of the greatest music out there.
Now you have a flyer, and does that tell where?
Full
bands are gonna
schedule
be?
will tell you
Schedule?
where all the bands are. Venue map tells a little bit about the event because it is real special. It is a fundraiser for Turpentine Creek Wildlife Refuge. Half of our profits go to it to help keep those big cats,
You bet.
160 plus big cats out there now, helps feed and house them for the rest of
That's
their
a nice
lives.
partnership.
And then the other half of it goes to the Blues Foundation's Heart Fund. It's the Handy Artist Relief Trust. W.C. Handy, the father of the blues, we named it for him. 100% of the money, every penny that goes into that trust fund goes back out to musicians in need. So anything from medical bills to funeral expenses, to even during Katrina, we bought instruments for the Irma Thomas band. She was out of work. So we opened it up and said, that's a musician in need. Let's get her back on the road. One of our best lady blues musicians out there. And so that fund, we give half of our profits to it and half of our profits to Turpentine Creek,
That's
a
nice.
local.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Is there a website?
EurekaSpringsBlues.com.
Okay.
So
In
real
case
simple.
people don't have access to a flyer, then
Correct.
they can go to that website.
And we have already sold out our weekend passes, but we do have plenty of seats for all of our auditorium shows. Still have some seats for our Thursday and Friday night ballroom shows with Little Joe McLaren and Rosie Ledette. And Friday, bring your dancing shoes because we got a Zydeco dance party with Rosie Ledette and the Zydeco Playboys. But Saturday night, sorry folks, Tinsley Ellis sold out.
Wow.
So we've got that. So for everyone that was hoping to buy tickets late and want to party late on Saturday night, head to one of our partner venues because they've got some great acts.
Okay.
And I'm talking about people like Earl Cade of the Cape Brothers, Patrick Sweeney, perennial favorite, has played, I think, every blues festival weekend that they've had there in Eureka Springs over the years. So really great talent at the clubs too. So I don't want to discount that. There's a lot of people that come and don't even come to our headliner shows
Well,
at all. They just come to
I was
do the
just gonna-
club crawl.
Yeah, can
Right.
people just come in one day and just take in the music from
They can
the
even
venues
come.
there?
They can even come, and from noon till 6 every day, have free music on Friday and Saturday at noon. We are holding kind of blues for kids workshops. Also, Friday we've got a band that's going to kind of come in and tell people their side of growing up in the blues as a local band. And then on Saturday we have one of the Blues in the Schools instructors from the Blues Society of the Ozarks coming in, and we're going to give away 50 harmonicas. Honer harmonicas, even brand name harmonicas, to the first 50 kids that come up and ask for
That's
one.
cool.
And then George Hunt is going to teach them how to play a blues song.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's nice.
So we build in some community events
You
and
bet.
some stuff for the kids even.
Good.
So you can come and listen to music for free even, because some of the clubs have cover charges. They're separate from our cover charges for our events, but I understand that some of the clubs will even have free music in the evenings too.
That's
So
nice.
there's affordable music, and then if you want to help listen to some of the greatest music and help two really good 501c3 international award-winning charities, we've got those there for the
Okay.
headliner shows, and still
Good.
a few tickets left for both the ballroom shows on Thursday and Friday.
Charles, would you come back some other time when there's something else going on?
Oh, we'd love to. We always are really excited about helping promote our hometown.
Okay.
This is an annual event?
Yes, we've done it for years. It's the weekend after Memorial Day. This year we're unfortunately running up against Wakarusa, and I know a lot of people will be heading south there, but if you're worried about the weather, folks, come on to Eureka Springs, because our events are all indoors except for the Basin Park shows.
Okay.
And so if there is inclement weather, we will be our place to be.
All right.
Charles,
Thank
nice to
you
meet
so
you.
much.
Well,
It's
pleasure
been-
meeting
I'm
you.
sure I don't need to wish you good luck because it's a done deal because you've already got it halfway sold out. And
We're really, really thrilled. We had to rebuild the event for years. It was a money loser for the city. But over the past 3 years, by cutting the prices and doing everything we can to keep the talent level up while doing so, we've just been able to expand it and expand it. And as I was telling Roz earlier, we're not in the red, and I'm not going to say we're in the black. We're in the blue ink this year.
there you go. It's
Great
nice to meet you,
have
Charles.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
meeting
Yeah, great
y'all
to have
too.
you here. Thank you so
Thank y'all
much.
very much, and hope that y'all can come and
I'd
visit
love
us in
to.
Eureka
I'd love
Springs
to.
too.
All right, let's take a break, and Lana Trueblood and Beth White are here to talk about events that are happening here on the Square in Harrison. It's Fridays on the Square. Stick around.
Awful long time. He's a Gibson stereo, ES 345.